If you're launching a new podcast studio, maybe you're considering one of these two items. And that's because these are the most recommended items when it comes to podcast studio recording. I'm going to review both of these things. At first, I'm going to talk about this one and the decision as to why I chose this specific device. And also I'll tell you, there's actually something I regret about purchasing this device, which I'll also tell you probably towards the end. But I still love it. So we're going to unbox it because I've not used it yet, and I need to get these used. Like I don't have the proper audio. I'm using my little DJI mic. Like I want to get all my setup done, but I thought I should probably unbox these things because they're exciting, right? ATEM Mini Pro ISO, that's what we're talking about today. So let's get this out of the way so the AI doesn't think we're talking about this all day. Already broke the box for that. And then let's focus on this. That's this device here. Let my camera just focus on it. It's the ATEM Mini Pro ISO, okay? We got it? Good. Right, let's jump back. Firstly, I don't have an overhead camera, so I'm just gonna have to show you the bits that are inside it as I open them. I always have problems with these boxes. I don't know if anyone else has this. When you open these boxes, I tend to rip them open. Okay, so what are we looking at so far? Great, I've got a paper cut and I'm cutting my hands again already. Just a little welcome book. I don't know if anyone reads them. I will say probably one of the most important things is a sticker, because if you've got a laptop like mine, I'm gonna regret moving this laptop. It is covered in stickers, okay? Having a sticker as part of the box, it's just a small hack. Like, why doesn't everybody not have these? And the best part about it is it's got the transparent sticker part, so it'll just stick straight into my laptop. Okay, who knew that was gonna be the thing we're focused on the most? It's not. Obviously, we've got a bit about DaVinci Resolve. Why would they not include this? I will say the thing with DaVinci Resolve, this is offering me a free download and some professional training stuff in the background. This was one of the main considerations for the ISO. We'll talk about it briefly now, but this ISO means that it records each of the tracks, each of the video inputs as separate isolated tracks. I don't know why you'd get any other version than the ISO, but we'll talk about that again later. I'll just express some other things that I talk about. Okay, so we've got the power adapter. Oh, look at this. It's got different adapters for different countries, so that's quite handy. So they've made it easy on themselves to send one and it work across all countries. Clearly the UK plug is the better plug to use, the best one. And it's a bit of a waste, I suppose, the other adaptive parts, but I guess if you're on the move, if you're moving around somewhere, you can take that with you. And I think that's it. I think they've gone very Apple in terms of the box. So let's just, again, stick that in the shot there so you can see it. And that is the bad boy itself. I'll jump over to my other shot. That is the bad boy itself. Love that. And I will say that the build quality of this, is solid. It feels like a proper unit. What you're looking at on the back here, again, let's jump over to my other shot here. What you're looking on the back, one of the things I find very difficult to see when you're looking over at the images online, when it's trying to show you, is the bits at the back. So if you see that, let's see if my camera just can pick it up. Stop focusing on me for a second, camera. There you go, you see that? I had to look away so my camera doesn't try and focus on me. You've got 4 HDMI slots there, 4 HDMI slots, 1 output for input. You've got a USB-C, and then you've got mic 1, mic 2 in there as well. And then some ATEM control. It looks like a RJ45 network cable plug-in. 45. Is my brain escaping me? Is that the right phrase? RJ45. And then the power slot. Fairly simple setup, but look at all the switcher ports on it. Just so many. So there's so many buttons on here. I don't think you can see it, even if I show it this way, really. There's so many buttons here that they all have various different options that you can choose here, but there's some customizable buttons on here as well, I believe. But it acts as a nice switcher. So when you've been watching this, actually I've been on my laptop switching between scenes on Ecamm. That's the thing that we record with. But with this, I don't actually need my laptop at all. All I can do is take the 4 inputs have one output that goes to a monitor, and then I can use this on its own to film straight to, using the USB-C, it goes straight to a hard drive. And then because it's the ISO version, which is what I mentioned before, why it's a super important thing to choose the ISO version, it means that it will save the individual files with DaVinci Resolve, with a DaVinci Resolve timeline. A DaVinci Resolve timeline. So actually when it comes to editing, if I'm using the switcher, I can use the switcher, and when I make the cuts live, the timeline will have those cuts in it, but it will also have the files separately. So if you think about the workflow when it comes to editing a podcast or a YouTube video or anything like that, this makes it as easy as it can be. It's probably the most easy device in terms of switching, right? I'm not saying there's not other versions that do it, but this one will make it super easy. The other thing that I purchased was this. So if you're combining it with the RØDECaster Pro, if you combine it with the RØDECaster Pro II, then you want to get one of these. A great guy, I forget his name now, I should have checked his name before, but I'll link to his channel in the description. He said, take these, so it's two, what are they called? They're like, in my mind, they're like phono from back in the day, but there's these two cables here. They plug into the RØDECaster, and then you come out to this small, is that 1/4 inch jack? 3.5 mil. Jeez, I should get all my stats before I do the unboxing videos. And then what you can do is go straight into mic 1 there, and that way you'll have great audio. It'll be the mixed audio, but it'll come straight into the ATEM Mini. So then you've got, technically speaking, a really great audio and video file to use. So yes, okay, if you want to take the RØDECaster audio and then do something clever with that afterwards as well, great. But if you're just happy with the fact that everything should be fine across the two, then you go straight into the ISO and away you go. So I mentioned that there was something that I regret when it comes to getting this. Regret's not the right word. There's something I wish I could have done. Now, when we set up this studio, I had to save money. I had to be wary of the cost. So I got this smaller version, the ISO, ATEM Mini Pro ISO, but actually the long-term version would be to get the Extreme ISO. And the reason that is, from all of my research, the main reason to get the ISO Extreme is it has 2 USB-Cs. So like when I'm streaming to my laptop, I could have one go into the laptop so I can use it as a streaming device, and then one go to the USB so it saves the files separately as well. That's the only benefit, not the only benefit. It's one of the main benefits of getting the Extreme, but it's like an extra £300 or £400, I think, just for that one feature. Yes, it gives you more buttons to press, and I think it's got more inputs and stuff, but that was the only thing that I wish this, if they upgraded this, if they created an ATEM Mini Pro II ISO, another USB-C port would have been amazing to be able to do those two things. It's just an additional expense, and I don't think Blackmagic really need the extra money, like just to give you that extra port. I think when you see other devices, you'll see that they've got more than one USB-C port anyway. I don't think you can split them. You know, like sometimes you can get splitters for these things to have 2. I don't think that will work. Yeah, you're kind of stuck with that. You just need to think about that as a decision when you're deciding which one you want to get. All right, that's it. My name is Matt Hughes. This is the MattFullTime channel. I am also known as the King of Video. I don't know how to describe this now. Shall I just call myself the King of Video on this channel? I think so. And this is the ATEM Mini Pro ISO. Highly recommended if you're starting a podcast studio, or even if you just want to have multiple cameras for a YouTube channel, something like that. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to it. I've got plenty more unboxing videos. Yes, this is a channel dedicated to launching a YouTube channel, getting started as a YouTuber, all of that kind of good stuff. But I think equipment is probably one of those things that people want to know about as well. It's probably the thing I get asked the most, you know, which camera do I use, which device do I use? So more of that stuff is coming to this channel. I hope you like it. See you next time.